What is going on, guys, and welcome to episode 6 of the Raptor Attack Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, James Parsons, and today, as usual, I'm joined by Ant Green.
Good day.
Aaron Powell. Sam Busher. Hello. And Matt Crandon.
Why am I always last?
It's a democracy, and we all had a little chat beforehand. Before episode 1, we all got together in like a group chat, and we just made that happen.
Yeah.
Your topic is also last today. Great.
In both context and position in the podcast.
Just ripped his heart out.
Speaking of topics, we have 4 today that we're going to talk about to do with gaming and geek. If you like what you see, you can find us at twitch.tv/Raptor Attack UK, Twitter @The Raptor Attack, YouTube where you are this very second, and Facebook. Pal is back, so please do the honours.
Get off Facebook. Get back onto YouTube.
Thank you very much, pal. If you're on Facebook, click the link, head over to the video, like, subscribe, comment and share. We haven't discussed this, but is that the exact order that we would like people to do that? Is there any kind of combination of the two? I like subscribing and commenting.
No, I think like, comment and subscribe. I'll be like, I like that.
Yeah, no,
and I'll be like, I will say that I like this. And then I'll be like, I'm going to subscribe to this.
I do like it when people comment.
Actually,
I
Comments
can't
is
have a
good.
conversation.
Unthought of spontaneous subscribing.
Yeah. I had a few of those.
Hate the content. Subscribe.
And pledge money.
Subscribe and pay. Yeah.
Subscribe!
And sliders. Subscribe and slide.
I had a few random subscribes on Twitch the other day. That was quite good.
I'd switch
But then I
subscribers.
watched
We love
it.
you.
Just
We love you.
subscribe.
No, they subscribed and then they watched and asked me questions about League of Legends, which I wasn't playing.
Standard.
Yep.
But then Gary
Comes along. Gary comes
Does he know about League of Legends?
Yeah, he plays sometimes.
It's just MOBA after MOBA.
It's really like the MOBA god.
No, just go play MOBAs. Everyone go play Rocket League. Pal, you got a topic for us since you've been on holiday and you missed an episode and you're all tanned. And
Yes.
Do you want to do it in an American accent as well, you bastard?
I'm not going to try doing it.
Oh my God.
Right, I'm going to start off the new year by one of my first topics, quite light-heartedly. Went to the cinema quite recently to see a quite famous film now.
topic number 3.
Yeah, I had that decision that I don't have to make every time, but I feel like I'm forced to make every time I go to see a new film. It's coming out, it's big, and all this like advertisement and stuff. Do you see it in 3D or not in 3D?
I knew it was coming.
Because I feel like they're
leading us
pushing
down the road.
3D so hard in all these new films. Like you need to go to IMAX 3D to see the most extravagant sort of thing, and I just don't get it. Don't get the hype. Don't get the need for it.
We can check time and no.
I really wish they didn't charge extra for it
Yes.
and they didn't try too hard with 3D.
Yeah, it was.
Like, when in the little thing, like, did you ever see Avatar in 3D?
I did. Yes. One of the
Like,
new films.
the tiny, tiny little things, like where he's doing the video journal,
Okay.
and it's got the heads-up display,
Yeah.
and it's like the green lines around it. That's like just away from the screen. That to me is way better than something flying out the screen at you.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
adds depth to the film,
Yeah.
and like I feel like that should be what I mean. That's probably trying to like way harder than it coming out of the screen at you. But like I feel like they shouldn't try so hard to make something 3D. Like I think they should just add to the depth of the film.
Yeah, take too much focus off the reason you're there, the
Yeah.
story. Like CGI is another one. Like they throw so much CGI in nowadays. I reckon
Yeah.
pretty cheaper than building
Oh, yeah.
massive sets and all sorts.
Hiring actors.
But
Guys.
I have quite a lot to say on this topic because I've worked with 3D. Part of my course, we actually did the translating something into 3D and how they make it. The reason Avatar was so successful was because it was the first film ever that it shot with cameras that captured depth. So the 3D you'll see was there when the footage was filmed. Whereas a lot of other 3D films, it's not. Originally, you have post-production on film. Like get your notepads out, we're about to learn something. I'm going to be here for an hour. But basically, the principle was you have a technique that's called rotoing. And what roto is, it's tracing a shape. So if you have someone in front of a green screen, you key the background out, the green will disappear. Sometimes you don't have that. So they have this process where they're going to manually draw around the character, next frame, adjust it.
Real hard.
Really, really tedious job. There's a lot. I have quite a few friends that do it in London. Now, they do this to 3D, and what they'd have is you'd have foreground, midground, background, and they trace out the foreground, trace what's in the middle, trace the background, and they create a fake 3D. Now, that's
that.
frame by frame around hair, explosions, and 3D was a nightmare for visual effects when it first came out because there was a cheat in the VFX industry where if something didn't work, you blur it. And it's because action is happening so fast. A lot of time your mind doesn't register stuff. That no longer worked because you had to have these clearly defined layers for the glasses. And 3D is one of those things where one of the only films that's ever done it really well, in my opinion, is Transformers. And it's Transformers, I can't remember if it's 2 or 3. And the reason is, when you're wearing 3D glasses, look, the film's not great, but the 3D works.
We covered this episode 1.
Flashback. It's because I think sorry, Michael Bay he did a ton of research into it, and it's for your eyes to adapt to 3D to get used to it. The shot needs to be at least 8 seconds long, which doesn't work with action films. And the problem is it's all the action films that are making 3D. So if you go back and watch Transformers 3, you have these long sweeping action sequences for that reason. So the shots were long enough for you to get comfortable with the 3D, you know what's going. Where there's other films where they kind of jump on the bandwagon. Hobbit, I hated the 3D in the Hobbit. There was one scene in particular, and it's a top-down view. It's bird's eye, and they're walking along a canyon. And I actually pulled the glasses off because it was just wrong. I literally just kind of shocked me because I didn't know what I was looking at. All the perspectives were wrong. 3D to me kills films.
Wasn't The Hobbit filmed in a different format of some sort? Wasn't it filmed in a high frame rate?
It was filmed with
48?
I think it might have been 60.
Is it normally 24?
They filmed with Red Epic cameras. They're the big flashy cameras that film in 4K. They're 50 grand. They filmed with 2. And what would happen was the cameras were too big to actually have the lenses next to each other, because obviously if you have 2 cameras pointing at something, you're going to have that parallax, you're going to have that depth. So they actually had to create a mirror to reflect the other lens, and the cameras ended up being this huge rig so they could capture that depth. And it's was it needed? Lord of the Rings, that didn't have 3D.
No.
And we made the decision, we were watching Star Wars recently, and we said, look, my sibling, my little sister, she's arguing, I want to watch it in 3D. I'm like, go watch it in 3D, but I'm not coming, because 3D has its place in education. You have places like the National Space Centre where you get the glasses on and you're looking up at a big dome ceiling, and the 3D there's phenomenal.
Virtual reality.
Yeah, it's going to have its place.
I didn't bring that up. Was that someone? Did someone else bring that up? That's really correct. That's not mine.
I think to me it kills the film experiences.
I would agree with you, unless it's simple things like the Avatar thing, where it's just adds a bit. I don't even like it when they get this grass is in front of the other grass, so let's make that 3D.
That's a normal camera that does that.
Yeah, it's why make that 3D? I just feel like it only really works in something that. Again, I can't think of another example. I think I saw The Martian in 3D, and they did the exact same thing, and it looked great. The video journal thing. But then there's so many other things. There's a bit where... Has everyone seen The Martian?
Yeah.
No. I really want to though. Just don't spoil it.
No spoilers because it's a book.
There's something flying through the air, and it's almost like they panorama around this object that's flying, and it's so blurry and fucked up.
I hate that.
I really because they've tried to have it flying through the air towards something, and they've gone with the camera, and it's all they've tried to make it as if it's come out of the screen and then gone back into it, and it's oh shit, fuck that. But luckily it only lasts for half a second, but it's horrible.
It's the shots that. The ones that put you off are the ones when you watch it and you go, that is only in there because this film's 3D.
Yeah.
Final Destination 3D was my first 3D experience, and within 30 seconds, a NASCAR wheel has flown through the screen. And I'm sitting on the front row and I'm like, no. You've done that, it's not scary.
It's like the Alton Towers 4D experience thing where they show Happy Feet and suddenly rain water on you. It's like that, it's as tacky as that.
It's not even sounds
that's
weird.
lazy.
It is. And then there's a tapping sound under your arse. It's creepy, man.
Wow.
Your arse is
they call it Happy Feet for a reason, I guess.
Yeah. That wasn't an effect, that was just someone weird in a trench coat.
You get them in Happy Feet.
Well, on the topic of rides, I remember I could only been like maybe 11 or 10, and I went to Epcot Studios in Florida.
Man.
And they used to have an alien ride.
Yes.
And they used to be kind of like they'd sit you in like it was like a full circle room, and there's a big tube in the middle of the room, and it had the alien like in like cryogenics.
And the eggs around it.
I think there was maybe some eggs around it.
You know they've actually got the same ride now at Alton Towers?
I do that.
Yeah.
Not Alien now.
I'm pretty sure.
No, it's Nemesis.
It's Nemesis like reincarnate or something.
I remember
that's what's jogging my memory then.
shitting my pants because the alien escaped, but then they blew air underneath your feet.
Yeah.
And the 10-year-old in me just shit his pants.
Is it the super fun happy guys? Those guys, the ones that you blow air in and their arms go.
Could be.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
That guy. But they had those miniature, but underneath the chairs, so you felt like you had something on you as well.
No,
I like that.
Going back to 3D though,
That's
like,
Alton Towers, isn't it? That they do that.
the Nemesis one, yeah. But going back to 3D, for me, it's also a no. I mean, there are some films that I feel that are good with 3D. Like, for example, Avatar was really good. I thought it was a good film. In fact, no, it was a crap film. But I liked the 3D in it.
Matt, you're giving him a look.
I thought it was quite good.
It was like Avatar.
It was good. It was good. It wasn't a film that offended me, put it that way. But yeah, I think it's overdone. I saw, what was the film? It was like I think Medusa was in it or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
Clash of the Titans.
That was it, Clash of the Titans. I saw that in 3D. That was the most awful film I've ever seen in 3D. I mean, the film itself wasn't great anyway. It was alright. It was watchable, like a mindless action thing.
So I feel like they put the 3D in just to kind of gloss over the fact that this film's not the best, but it's in 3D!
Boom!
So you'll love it!
The film that really put across through 3D for me is when we went to the cinema to see Puss in Boots, and we accidentally showed up for the 3D one when there wasn't a 2D one available. And that film should not be in 3D. That really is...
Can we not Puss in Boots though, because he's fucking
No. Great film. I've watched it since in 2D and I love the film
good,
with Humpty Dumpty and everything else. It's great.
Yeah.
But that is really like, we need to do this film also in 3D, else people, or we're not going to make enough money, or we're not going to watch it. I don't know if the cinema makes the extra money, or if the...
I don't know. You know what else that annoys me about 3D is that factoring exactly, like the glasses that just don't fit my head.
Yeah.
Like the ones that get provided. Like I'm sure we've got 5-6 pairs
Still
in just around the house.
Because you always forget them and have to buy new ones.
Yeah, and they're so expensive. I don't know the fact they charge extra for it. I think you see it in 2D and 3D. I think that should be just... You're going to see a movie.
So why can't they just have, as you go in, pick up a pair of glasses. As you come out, just put them in the dispensary.
IMAX do that, don't they? You can't take them out with you.
Yeah.
But you still have to pay more because it's IMAX.
If I wanted to watch 3D, like for example, if I had a 3D TV, I'd get some really nice glasses. We're comfy.
You'd never use it.
But
Chris has got a 3D telly. He never uses it.
We have a 3D TV, and the one thing that actually surprised me was when we first got it, we had a bunch of 3D movies, and it's a smart TV, so you can access a store, documentaries and stuff like that. And the 3D on it is phenomenal. And the one thing that surprised us is we sat there, me and my brother, we got the glasses on that come on with it. We were watching some documentary on surfing. And 3D's got nothing to do with it, but the 3D in it was, watching like the waves in 3D, it was so good. And it's not like when you're in a cinema where it's max volume, you're sitting, the screen's that big, and it's just overwhelming your senses till you get a headache.
I mean, it doesn't go...
Yeah, it was actually really good. So if you're watching 3D on your sofa, it's so much more enjoyable than doing it in the cinema. Like I haven't done it in months. And I don't know if it's because it's that small scale, it's not as overwhelming.
Yeah. But then if you go even smaller scale, Carl, when was the last time you turned the 3D on your 3DS?
DS, never.
I used it once. I thought, that's alright. Clicked it off and it's never gone back on. Not once has that ever gone back on. You don't need it.
No, you don't need it.
Is it good? Is it good? 3DS?
3DS is great. But I don't use the 3D.
Not 3D.
Not 3D, okay. I heard some...
Just the S.
I heard some stuff that it was kind of like it was fucking with people's minds and stuff. Like it was like really like messing people's eyes up.
It was... Do you know, have you ever done a magic picture?
Yeah.
You have to kind of pull it in
it fucked my eyes up.
It's like that where you can... increase and decrease the depth of field depending on where you're holding it.
You can't go sideways either, can you?
With the new ones, you can.
You can.
Because they can.
See, I always play sideways.
So if you...
Oh my god, let's get
Only good at sideways.
Exclusive.
I fucking love Pokemon!
It's like taking a selfie. Less duck face.
Go Charizard.
Go Charizard.
Magnum. Renamed your Charizard Magnum.
No, the new 3DSs,
Blue Steel.
the new 3DSs have got face trackers in them, so you can move it side to side and it keeps 3D. And that's a little bit strange, actually.
I was going to say,
I can imagine using it more if it was consistent.
Nintendo are basically the master of just the gimmick now, aren't they? Like, I don't get it. Like, the next Nintendo's going to come with like one of them, one of them umbot things which make noises in it. Could you imagine? Bop it. That's what they're playing like Pokemon. Twisted.
They've already patented it.
Yeah. Sorry, Nintendo, don't take me to court. That's all it is. It's just
A Nintendo watching.
Hey!
Nintendo.
The thing that they have patented is it looks like the handheld for the Wii U, except you can take it away and use it as a portable console as well. I guess they're going for a handheld that is also a console.
As long as they make a Pokemon MMO.
But at the same time, all these companies
Refer back to our previous podcast.
as soon as they have an idea, they patent it, and it's never the final thing. So
They just seem to keep making crap, man.
Yeah.
What happened to the Nintendo 64?
the thing with Nintendo is it's a complete other topic.
It is a good
Where were we? Oh, 3D,
Yeah. 3D.
But no, I'm coming back to Star Wars, the film that I decided not to see. Like most films, I decided not to see.
You've seen the film, though, right?
I've seen the film.
That's good for topic 3.
But
I know you've seen it.
yeah, I might go back now because I'm going to go watch it again.
And IMAX the shit out
I
of
think
it.
I might IMAX it, not just maybe to see the difference.
Same
but,
with
yeah,
I'm in.
but
Let's go now.
let's go now. See you later. But yeah,
Peace.
I'd like to experience it at least in its intended, I suppose, glory.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, he's
Everybody else is leaning on the table, and I'm like, blocking Sam out.
You're going to have to go on a pulley system, so every time you go forward, as you talk about Star Wars in 3D, we were talking about, me and Rachel saw it yesterday, and we were talking about the time that we were going to go and see the film. And she went, I've just seen one that's 15 minutes earlier at the other place. And I went, it's not 3D, is it? If it's 3D, I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
Like, that was it. If the only times we could have made that day with 3D, I would have waited and we would have suffered through recording.
We also avoided 3D.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's even sustained like this sort of popularity.
It's
Or
crazy,
everyone at this
isn't it?
table's gone, no. But it just seems to be
And
still,
we are the thoughts that matter.
Yeah.
We are the
Yes.
We are the epitome of gaming and geek, so...
we are the demographic that should be pleasing.
3 top cinemas asked me my opinion, and I said no, and they're still doing it. What's going on?
Did you ask the real in Quinton? Is that why?
They'd heard of me and I hadn't heard of them.
Yeah.
So 3D is okay, you heard it here first.
3D is a no.
Actually,
To an extent, like some films, like I say, Avatar was very good. Clash of the Titans, not so good.
It's definitely something you can live without, for sure.
sure,
Like, if 3D never came about, like,
Cinema
it wouldn't be
still
something I'd be looking for.
do
Like,
you know what the reason I'm excited about VR? And I've done it. I'm sorry.
here we go.
Are you talking about VR?
Down the rabbit hole.
This is a super valid point, and this is it, right?
Super valid.
Super valid.
First, can I ask
Super valid.
what's VR?
No one. It's a £600 pre-order. $1. $600.
Dora.
Move controllers worked for the Wii, and then nothing else. They were, they're a bit of a, they're just here and then
Gimmick.
they're gone. Yeah, gimmick. Yeah, flash in the pan. Kind of, yeah. And then 3D, very, very similar. And now you're combining them into something that might actually work with another piece of tech. You've brought
Also,
all
James
of these-
Parsons, king of VR.
I think the price will
I like
kill VR. That's the price will kill
Price
VR.
percentage. Do you know that the PlayStation VR has got its own power console that is the size of the Wii that comes with it?
You know what's sad is that what you said to me earlier, the Oculus Rift is now pre-ordering at £600.
$600. Well, yeah, dollars. Yeah.
$600.
So what's that like? $480?
Yeah, but that never happens, does it? Like Microsoft will come out and go, "We're retailing our new console at $400. It's £400," and you're like, "That's not how the exchange rate works."
Yeah, Apple do that as well.
Yeah, so
You son of a bitch.
I think at the cheapest it'll be $500.
We like America, but we hate everyone else.
Go America.
America, yeah.
We
We love freedom.
topic number 2.